Welcome back. I'm going to show you something here real quick. Made a quick stop over here at my oldest son's garage. And look, there's my little car. It's not a showpiece, but it's cool. It's fun. Of course, we're over here in the van. I'll give you a quick update here on that little kitchen unit we're building, but then we got to get over because I got a whole other project going on. I'm getting ready to get started on. There it is. That's that's it. This is gonna go over where I have my little table and I have that little white thing for like pantry type stuff. And I've built in this. Yeah, this would be my work area and prep area. There's plenty of room. The laptop only comes over to about here, and I get plenty of room for my mouse here, and then a little bit more prep area. My little stove. This little cast iron stove that I just love the style of it, and kind of built that in, took the legs off of it and built it in. I'm going to treat this wood with some fire retardant, and then over here is going to be maybe a place for the microwave or a coffee pot or something. I don't know, but I thought we'd stop here at the this point in the project. This is just sitting in there, and I thought, this piece here that supports it actually came straight across here and here. And I thought, just kind of where the burner comes around, I thought, that's kind of close. I really didn't like that. So with a couple extra screws, and I cut this section, the center section out. But I'm going to spray this with some fire retardant. And I found this product that is, both recommended and approved by various agencies. And really the heat, even with a pan on it, the heat is basically going to be rising and drawing air in, and it really, from the underside, it really doesn't get all that hot. I have test run it, but it's another one of the things too, to where for a $20 bottle of fire retardant, it's one of those better safe than sorry things. Well, they say an ounce of preventiveness is worth a whatever. So this is still kind of glued and screwed together and drying, but I'm gonna spray around and treat that whole underneath area, and still until I get really using it a few times. I'm just gonna keep an eye on what's happening, what's getting warm or hot or that. So this is all trial run stuff. So here's this no burn original Class A fire retardant coating, and it's safe and non-toxic for use on all porous wood surfaces and paper materials. So for wood paneling, interior woodwork, millwork, exposed wood, decks and fencing, arts and crafts, decorative materials. So I've already shaken it. It said to shake it for 30 minutes or 30 seconds. 30 minutes. All right, hang on a second. It does say to use it in an inconspicuous area, just in case it gives the wood an undesirable appearance. But I'm not real. The other side, I'm not real worried about. This whole thing's gonna get stained or painted anyhow. So yeah, and the directions are really simple. If they hold it, 6 to 10 inches away, and give it all, give it a coating, and I'll flip it over so make sure I get under those surfaces too. Yeah, we want to make sure we get the bottom sides of these. Yeah, non-toxic. I should still get a rag, and I'm getting it all over the floor. Yeah, like I say, the bottom really didn't even get all that warm, but I don't know. It's just just one of those preventive measures that could make a difference. Yeah, back on the top side here, I think I want to get the tops of these here too. Yeah, I think I want to be careful here because this is going to get stained, and it might affect that. That's going to be, I think we're good. Alright. So, yeah, I don't know. I'll probably put a curtain across the bottom here, and there'll probably be some stuff stored underneath, a bit towards the back, and maybe a curtain to hide it. And this is just going to be some shelves here. I have a couple of baskets that fit in there, and it just kind of has a guardrail the whole way around so it can't slide out, you know, while I'm traveling. So it could be a place of, for canned goods, or a loaf of bread, a bunch of bananas, that kind of stuff. And I don't know, I left the bottom open so it could just slide, you know, whatever under there. I think it's gonna work out pretty good here. Yeah, we'll get back to this project. I wanted to take care of that, and I wanted to grab something out of the Maverick. It's all dirty. Yeah, I could use a paint job. The glass cleaned. Door panels repaired. Hey, but it runs and drives. It's fun. I like my little car. I'm gonna grab this. But, yeah, the Maverick doesn't have a stereo in it, so I use that, and it pairs to my Bluetooth. Usually play music from Pandora or something. A little bit dusty, but it works good. I'm gonna take it today and maybe listen to some music while I work on the van and over at the garage. I got a bunch of stuff. Wait till I show you my next masterpiece. All right, let's go. Oops. Grab the fresh cold water. Oh, got my stereo thing. I'm gonna be jamming. Okay, did I get the van unloaded? Let me see here. Let me grab a couple of things. I gotta show you some stuff. Sometimes a lot of things happen real fast, and I just thought I'd throw those in here real quick, or I'll forget about them. Here's what I'm gonna do. All right, let me grab something. We've talked about what I do with it. We've talked about, you know, security, chaining or securing the generator and the e-bike, you know, on the back. And I've used this in the past, but you know what? These things are really worthless. All right, this lock and these cables, even though this is like the heavier, it's a little bit heavier ones. It's 3/8, I believe, 3/8 cable. Those, you know what? My buddy had a one on a bike. It was a bike lock with 3/8 cable, and you know, been on there for a lot of years, and he forgot the combination, so we just cut it off with bolt cutters. Bolt cutters snip through these things like, I mean, like it's ridiculous how easy it is, seriously. So it doesn't take much to get through one of those. So what I did was I bought a hardened chain, and you know, this is a lot heavier duty than your typical like tow chain or stuff you'd find in a hardware store. This is actually hardened, so it's not real friendly to like saw blades and bolt cutters. I think if you even had the bigger set of bolt cutters, that I don't think you get through this hardened stuff. And you know, you're not going to saw it either. You'd be lucky. You might, well, just loose like this, even trying to hold it still, you just can't saw through that stuff. You could with an angle grinder and abrasive cutoff wheel. Those are pretty noisy though, and I don't think every thief carries one of those around in his back pocket. But you might be able to saw this actually if you put it in a vise and you had a real good quality blade, but it'd have to be held really firm. I don't think it's, you know, hardened stuff. Anybody's familiar with metals and different hardnesses, and this was actually designed for high risk areas. You know, it is a better security than your just average Joe kind of run-of-the-mill chain. It's definitely better stuff. And this lock too, even if you were to get in here with some device, it's, you know, it's kind of tricky to get in there to do anything about the lock. Again, yeah, you might, But so that's that. So we upgraded that. What else here? No, I did get the reflectors. You know, that tape, you know, that reflective tape is garbage. You know, after a few months, or certainly after about a year, they're so faded and they're worthless. So these are actually genuine reflectors, not the tape. So I got those on both ends. And what else we got going on here? The cord. Okay, I put the thing in the door. Okay. So what I did was I had that brand new extension cord and I cut it. So I just, so I picked up an end, several ends, because this just goes inside. You just plug this in and yeah, I'll hook that up. And so it's got a zip tied along there. So whether it's for, you know, the generator or plugging in at a campground or here at the garage, now I can just plug the cord in the outside of the van. I don't have to put it through the doors anymore. And then on the inside, and what I'm going to do with the rest of that extension cord that I cut off, I'm going to put another, actually it'll take the male end, and I'll just wind that up and throw it inside one of the doors and have that somewhere that if I do go to a campground, I can plug what's left of it into the post and run it over here and plug in. So that's what the rest of that cord's going to get used for. So what about the inside? So that's what I bought this for. I'm going to mount this in there somewhere, and it's nice because it has these wider ones. You know, one will be for the air conditioner, because, you know, they're wide, and then they end up covering the other ones. I'd like to go to as small as one as possible, but you know, when it blocks the one beside it, then it's kind of useless. So this is kind of nice. And then another one, one of the other plugs will run up to the front, up where I have the TV and stuff and other chargeable stuff. So, but it's so long, I just want to mount this on the wall right inside the door. So I'm also going to cut this one off and put a new male end on it. So, you know, I just don't have a big rat's nest of cord in there. That'll kind of be its permanent place. I'll wall mount that, and that'll just plug in the other side of that. So that's what's going on there. And yeah, it's got a protection circuit on the resets and that sort of thing. And got an extra one for something, I don't know. So there's that. And what else we got going on? Oh, I just unloaded a bunch of angle iron. Oh, guess what we're gonna do? I got the ladder racks back out, brushed them off a little bit. I'll have to clean them up better, and they will get repainted when it's all said and done. But I got solar panels coming today. I don't know where I don't know when they'll be here, but the UPS or FedEx will be here. Oh, hi, Betty. They'll be here. I got a bunch of angle iron here. It's 1/8 inch by thick by 1.25 by 1.25 inch. They come in 10-foot lengths. It probably looks like I bought plenty. What am I gonna do with all that? So there's 6 of them. That's 60 feet. What am I gonna do with 60 feet of angle iron? I'm not gonna go through the entire design right now, because I'm just getting started and things rounded up. But, you know, one of them right off the bat, is gonna get cut in half, because each one of those, I'm gonna cut the middle section out, and it's gonna be, instead of going up at that angle, it's gonna go straight across. So that takes care of one of them. And the other, and this won't all get used. I'll have leftover. I bought 60 feet, but the truth is I will probably only use 45 to 50. And this weighs, I looked it up, because, you know, it does weigh a bit. So I thought, I want to know just about how much. And the 1/8 inch by 1.25 is 1.48 pounds a foot. Let's just call it, yeah, 1.48. Just call it 1.5 pounds per foot. So 10 feet is 15 pounds. So even if I were to use all of it, right, 2 of them's 30, 2 more 60, 90. So that's probably that. Yeah, I'm probably going to use, like I say, it'll probably be 60 to 70 pounds. It's only $1. I think it was $1.15 a foot, so it's not very real expensive. I don't mind buying a little bit of overage. Never know what kind of project might come up for this or that. So yeah, I have a bucket over there or in the corner. Some miscellaneous pieces left over from projects. If something comes up or something needs repaired or whatever, I have some scraps. I got leftovers. So yeah, and then 2 more of these are for, and not the entire 10-foot section either, about 80 inches actually, out of 10 feet. That's 120 inches. So I'm cutting, what, how many? Somebody do the math. 45 inches off. Is that right? Yeah. So there'll be 2 hunks left over. I'm using 80 inches of 2 of them that will go from the one back to the, yeah, one of those will get mounted up towards the front, the other one out back towards the back. 80 inches of it is going to go in 2 places that the solar panels will sit on. So you'll see that this isn't all going to get used, and I will have, I probably could have easily gotten away with 5, but then I got some other bright idea in my head that I might do. So, and more, what we got here? More 1032s. I'm actually gonna take these 4 solar panels and bolt them all together and just make one big giant panel. There's a reason for that. I'm not gonna, I'll be separated. I'm kind of crunched for space there. They're gonna go from the front of that roof vent up there up to the front. Well, if they're spaced because they all each have their individual bracket, there's spacing in between them, then it just runs a little bit long, like off towards the front of the van a little bit. I can save about almost a foot if I just leave no space in between them. So that foot is going to be is a lot here. I don't want them out extending over. I want them back. They'll fit if I bunch them all together. So I'll drill holes and they're kind of like this aluminum. Where'd it go? Oh, and these aluminum pieces, I got 2 of these. So they're kind of like, actually they're a little bit taller than these. These are only 3/4 by 3/4 by 1/8 inch thick. These will go, the panel to panel will be like taking 2 of these and just drilling it and nutting and bolting it together. So that's how panel to panel will go. But just so, because it's going to be kind of a long setup, all 4 of them, I don't want to be lifting it and I'm kind of wanting to buckle or something, and I don't want this whole thing doing that. So I'm going to put one of these down. Once they're all together, I'm going to put one down each side of them and nut and bolt them in from each end of the panels. They'll be rectangular this way, long, and only so wide. They'll be longer. So I'll tie them all together with those, and that'll stiffen them up. That the whole unit together won't be this big, boat thing that I could damage them. So anyway, that's all that. And another box came in. We got to get to those 2 things. There's just stuff. I'm busy. So we stay busy around here. Well, at least I do. Jeez, I'm the little guard dog. I'll just keep an eye on things and keep my ears out for. This is just being my good girl. You're just being my good girl. Oh, Bella. Okay, just being good. All right. And come outside. Come on, this way. Come on. You wanna come outside? Come on, outside. Huh. Yeah, I'll come out if I must. But it should be like, as soon as you're done with me, I'm going back in. Huh? Ready? Go, go, go. All right, give her a minute to take care of any business that she might need to take care of, and I gotta get started on all this. Wait, this is gonna be my masterpiece when it's all said and done. There's gonna be a little bit more to it than all that, but I'm not gonna share that just yet, because I gotta make sure it's gonna work out. Right now it's just all up in my head. So when I get further along, we'll see how that pans out. We'll see how things develop. See, she says, yeah, I'm done, but I'm in the van again. Big yawn. You need to take a nap. Go on, get up. Go on, get up. All right. Where'd you go? You can take your nap. All right, I gotta get busy. I'll be back soon.